Alright, boys and girls, and welcome to Gordon Guitar. We have Leon Bridges, and he's been with us here in Gordon Guitar recently a couple of times. So if you're a fan of Leon or Gordon Guitar and just happen to love guitar, then this is the channel to go for. Subscribe to Gordon Guitar and make my day here. So let's move on with this actual song, and it's called Ain't Got Nothing on You. Alright, so very guitar friendly. We have 5 different chords. And we have 4 of them will be a bar chords, but don't be afraid. They will come very neat right after each other. I'm going to show you. So anyway, let's go into the chords, and no need for any capo here, as you can see. So let's start with E. That's open E, second A, second D, first G, open B, and open E. Then we'll go to A, and I suggest you have this bar A chord, since they will come right after each other like this. So A, you place a bar on the 5th fret like this. You place your index finger there and cover all strings, and then you need to add 7th on A, 7th on D, and 6th on G. Next chord is the G sharp minor, and that's a bar here on the 4th fret. You cover all strings there as well, and then you need to add 6 on A and 6 on D. And then you take the very same grip and move it to this position. You land with your index finger now on the 2nd fret, and you bar all strings there. Then you need to add 4th on A and 4th on D. And the final chord is B. We're gonna go with the sus version. What you need to do is to bar the 2nd fret again. This time you don't have to bar the last E string, but the 5 strings below you have to. And then you need to add 4th on D and 4th on G. We go with the sus version here, since we're just gonna work 1 down like this, and it's enough to have just a short down. So it doesn't matter if you have the full B or the sus version, that is much easier. So there you have all the chords: E, A, G sharp, F sharp, and B. Now let's take a look at the strumming. So if you go back to the first chord, the E, 1 string around will be down up for 8 times, okay? And it sounds like this. Okay, and yeah, we have certain downs and ups we want to emphasize, and we're going to do that in a way that we're going to play a little bit stronger on them, like more distinct down, up, and all other downs and ups in between could be a little bit more in the background, just surfing on top of the strings like this. Okay, so the ones we're going to emphasize is the first down, then you're going to play up, down, and then the up that comes in 4th spot, then 5, 6, and then the down that comes in the 7th spot, then 8, 9, and then the 10th, and that's an up. I want to emphasize that one, and then 11 and 12, and then finally 13, which is a down, and then up, down, up. So it's a total of 16 downs, ups, like 8 pair of them. So you're gonna alternate down, up, 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 down, up. And the 1st, the 4th, the 7th, the 10th, and the 13th, you wanna have some extra kick on the way down or up, depending on where you are. So slowly it goes like this. Okay, and I exaggerate a little bit just for you to understand how to work with this. So again. And in the context, a couple of rounds goes like this. It doesn't have to be that prominent, but try to get these downs and ups a little bit more focus on them to have the right rhythm going on there and feel in the strumming. So that was a little bit slower than standard tempo. I believe the standard tempo will be something like this. So there you have it, and I played E 4 string rounds, and that's what you're gonna start with in the first verse. It's E 4 string rounds, then F sharp 2, and back to E 2. So it both starts and ends on E. So E4, F sharp 2, E2, like this. 2, 3, 4, F sharp, 2, and E. That's one chord progression round. You're gonna play for 2 rounds, and that's the first verse. Over now to the chorus, and now it's where we're gonna work with the A, G sharp, F sharp, and B. So it comes in that order. You're gonna play A, 1 string around, then G sharp minor, 1, then F sharp minor, 1, and then 1 down on the B. And that 1 down, let that ring out. There will be a pause, a big pause that leads into the second part, or the second round of everything, all right? So you're gonna play A, G sharp, F sharp, and 1 down on B, like this. And then comes the next part. Actually, before we go into the second round, we have an instrumental part, and that is just to lay on the E chord and play 4 string rounds of that, okay? So E, 4 string rounds before you start the second verse. So, speaking of the second verse, that is played exactly in the same way as the first one. The only difference here is it's only for 1 chord progression round. So E4, F sharp 2, and E2, okay? That takes us to the second chorus. And that is played in the exact same way as the first one. No changes there. And then comes the second instrumental part. This one is longer. All right, so that means you're gonna play the verse play, the E4, F sharp 2, and E2 for 1 chord progression round. Then after that instrumental part, you're gonna turn into the final chorus. You're gonna jump back to the chorus and play 1 round there as well. In the same way as you play the previous choruses, no changes there. And then we are into the final parts of the song. We have the outro left, and that is to play the verse play for 1 chord progression round. Again, E4, F sharp 2, E2, and then you're gonna just stay on the E for 4 string rounds, and yeah, plus an extra down. That makes the Ain't Got Nothing on You from Leon Bridges. So, hope you enjoyed it, guys. Pretty easy to play, and we have a pretty straightforward song with the strumming going on there. And yeah, don't get too afraid of this strumming pattern. If you can't do the downs and ups and have a hard time to like kind of emphasize the downs and ups, then just go with 8 down ups. And that's enough, and work your way from there, and perhaps you will get the feeling for the strumming and make the downs and ups a little bit more prominent where it should be. So good luck with this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, play tuned.